Wood with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Coach, what did you like to see from your teams at this point of the season?
Well, you would think, Kevin, that at this point we would be making fewer mistakes, and especially mental mistakes where we break down. There's always going to be physical mistakes. You're going to have some turnovers. Hopefully they're not out of carelessness, but you shouldn't be missing rotations or not executing a play, not setting a screen. Execution and attention to detail should be good by now.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Filling in the perimeter slots, it's Smart and Bain. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Morant in at the point. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way, stand from the G League assistant there to NBA assistant and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
And it's Carter missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Morant outside. Pass to Edey. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Carter. Good, nice job down low. 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Carter against Morant. Outside for Jackson. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Tries from 16 against Sacramento.
Yeah, Levine gets such great lift on that pull-up, creating that extra separation.
It's Morant with the drive. Tries again. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Memphis looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We come back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Grizzlies have been rolling right along, haven't they?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Christian Wood is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Sabonis. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's Carter in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And they're able to recover. Outside, Sabonis. Clock is at 3. LaVine can't hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Morant outside. Pass to Jackson. Outside, Bain. It's Morant with the drive. And then Morant slams it in.
And you know what? Highlights don't get any more spectacular than that one.
And they're bringing you up close and personal. The AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
And that's what they want to see out of Jackson, getting out on the break and just busting it up the court.
Outside, Levine. Pass to Herter. And Carter has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Sabonis' screen on Morant. And it's Carter missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Morant. Carter pulls it in.
Look, that's a coach's nightmare. Your player has an easy chance to score and blows it by trying to do too much.
The Kings trail by 17.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside, Levine. The 3. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Levine's got 5.
Well, he's a consistent range scorer. Levine's team wants him to find these looks.
Back to Morant. A floater. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Keegan Murray comes in for Christian Wood. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kevin Herter. Now here's Morant. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit. Overmatched, especially inside.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Well, the way that Morant is able to twist and contort through a defense, he is one of a kind in that regard.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Pippen's checked in for Memphis. We're out halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. And take a look at the Grizzlies. Right now they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And checking out Sacramento, 4.5 games behind.
And guys, when you look at Memphis, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team could take it to another level if they get rolling. Outside, Payne.
Pass to Edey. Down low, here's Pippen, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 9. Murray, the pass to Levine. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Herter. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Well, when Levine looks to pass, it makes him so much more valuable.
Pippen against Van Vliet. Inside, Edey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Sabonis. Memphis shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Ellison for Kevin Herter. And let's catch up now with the terrific Shams Charania, who's got some news out of the Eastern Conference. Shams.
Thanks so much. Well, it's the Atlanta Hawks in the transaction news today. They wanted to add more size, and there aren't many bigger players than Kristaps Porzingis, but it's the skill set that truly makes him special and unique. He's a terrific shooter, facing up or back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor as well, and he's a willing and able distributor. And then on the defensive end, one of the premier shot blockers in this league, just a major pickup.
Always some exciting news happening in the NBA. We thank Shams for always bringing it to us. Sabonis with the bucket. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Outside, Smart. Pass to Edey. Back to Smart. Jackson setting the pick here for Smart. No good from outside.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
It's Pippen on the wing. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Poked away, stolen by Ellis. On its way from DeRozan for 2. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. DeRozan's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Often DeRozan attacks in motion, but he clearly can spot up as well.
Here's Edey. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Sabonis a screen on Bane. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
An underrated playmaker. I like seeing DeRozan share the ball like this.
They set the screen. It's Pippen with the drive, and it's Pippen with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's DeRozan. Grizzlies making the shot. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Sabonis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Levine's checked in for Sacramento. Here's Pippen. Following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Outside, Smart. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Kings trail by 8. And DeRozan kicks to Van Vliet. On the wing, Levine. Guarded by Bane. Shoots. Offensive rebound. Sabonis. Pass to DeRozan. Knocked away. Sabonis with the ball. And the slam dunk by Sabonis.
And I love it when Sabonis throws it down. Listen, we know he can shoot it from deep, but the dunk is easy money, baby.
Now here's Pippen. There's 1:17 left to play in the first half. Here's Heaney. Outside Jackson. To the paint. And Levine comes to help. Outside for Smart. Offline with his three. Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Pippen against Van Vliet. Sabonis, the pass to Van Vliet. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson. On top of being such a great mid-range shooter. And DeMar DeRozan has earned a reputation for also being a timely scorer. He performs well in the clutch.
Yeah, I was on the wrong end of that too many times, Kevin. DeMar ranks in the top 5 among players in clutch buckets made for his career, and he was given the nickname King of the Fourth.
Oh, I like that. Now here's Pippen, and taken away by Ellis. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And that one, good. DeRozan's got 8 points in the quarter.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Bain, no good. Van Vliet looking around. With 1 on the clock, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Grizzlies up 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend. But let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest.
Some really interesting names here. So many great shooters in the league. That said, I know who I would pick. Shaq?
Shaq Shadama says you've picked the wrong guy, Kenny.
So let's move on now to this Grizzlies game, which has turned out to be a tight one.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
Well, when you've got a player with the energy and athleticism he has, it can make for a big night when he gets it going.
So on the floor for Memphis. In the backcourt, it's Morant and Smart. The forwards for him, Bain and Jackson. And it's Edey in at the center position. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Third personal foul.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. It even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Sabonis, a screen on Smart. Ellis wide open. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Morant against Van Vliet. Outside for Jackson. Now here's Morant. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Kings. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles taking on the Lakers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. For 3, Van Vliet kept alive. And staying with the play, Sabonis. Sabonis has got the game tied up here for Sacramento.
A tireless rebounder. Sabonis gives his team an edge on the glass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. DeRozan against Spain. And it's blocked! And he keeps control of the ball. Pass to Morant. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Ellis kicks to Van Vliet. On its way from DeRozan for 2. Bounces high off the rim and drops. DeRozan's got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings. Van Vliet against Morant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morant's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, this is Morant at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
Here's Van Vliet. And Bane pulls it down. Memphis with the ball. Morant scanning the floor. A kick out to Bane. Morant against Van Vliet. Offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Murray, no good. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The lead is 2. Lays it up and banks it in. Morant's got 37.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Kings have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Kicks it out to Ellis. On the wing, Murray. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 4 assists in the game. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unseen.
In the air and down hard!
Oh, stop.
The Kings with
And Mike decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Kings making a change here. Levine's checked in. The Kings trail by 3. And here is Van Vliet. He's got 12. Outside for Murray. Nailed from three-point land. Murray's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Up top, Morant. Covered by Van Vliet. And Morant gets it to go.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
DeRozan passes to Sabonis. It's deflected. Now Morant. He's got 39. Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, anyone can appreciate the skillfulness of Morant's passing.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. With the step back. Here's DeRozan. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Morant. 2 points. That one goes. Morant's got 41.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Bane against DeRozan. Over Bane. And it's DeRozan missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Pass to Bane. Here's Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Some guards are absolutely fearless working inside, and Morant very high on that list.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You gotta love that intensity.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
DeRozan for 3. That doesn't go either for DeRozan. For Memphis, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Morant against Van Vliet. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. Misses from short range. Van Vliet outside. Pass to DeRozan. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. DeRozan's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, they've had their hands full with DeRozan all night. He is scary when he gets it going.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, he's looking pretty much unstoppable. Morant making the defense regret that physicality.
He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And some changes here for the Kings. Wood, he's checked in for Sabonis. Kevin Huerter comes in for Keegan Murray. And it's Carter in for Fred Van Vliet.
And it's hard to pick a more electrifying player in the league than Ja Morant. He explodes off the floor.
Carter, the pass to Levine. 1:30 left in the third. Out to Carter. 6 to shoot. Wood with the screen for Carter. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Morant. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Outside, Smart. Morant against Carter. Here's Heaney. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Carter against Morant. Carter gets to DeRozan. Wood a screen on Jackson. DeRozan dishes to Carter. It's over Morant. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Smart, wide open, he fires. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, good-looking three there from Smart. He knocks down his fair share of those.
That's tipped. Morant with it. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Wood out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Carter in at the point guard position. That's the five out there for the Kings. LaVine deciding where to go with it. Takes it inside. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA. And sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Carter against Morant. Driving in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Morant just doing a nice job absorbing the hit there.
That free throw, no good.
Shooting for Memphis. Ja Morant at the line.
He hits the second from the line.
I like this aggressive mentality he's adopted in the second half, doing everything he can to get to the line.
There's LaVine, and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. 17 points was their biggest margin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, when I was coaching, this guy was a nightmare. It was hard to game plan for him. His quickness causes major issues.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Kings trail by 15. LaVine wide open. Hits it from three-point range. LaVine's got 5 points now this quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And good! There's another.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Shoots from the elbow. LaVine, good.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Morant against Carter to the inside. Morant outside. Driving the lane.
Well, Morant just puts so much pressure on the defense to make a choice on that pick and roll.
Sacramento's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Screen by Sabonis. For 3, Levine. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Pass to Jackson. It's hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Here's Wood. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And operating there in deep, Wood makes a nice adjustment there to get his shot.
Here's Morant. Wood with the block. Jackson against Carter. Pass to Levine. Now here's Herter. And here's Carter. And here's Levine. Guarded by Bane. Shot clock at 3. And then Levine with the champ.
Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
Morant outside. Smart on the wing. Wants to get it to Morant and does. He got it again. Sensational.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Levine against Bane. Wood a screen on Bane. Here's Levine. And it's rebounded by Morant. Morant's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. A kick out to Bane. Now here's Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Some changes for Sacramento. Keegan Murray's checked in for Wood. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Carter. The Kings trail by 12. Outside, Levine. Back to VanVleet. Shoots from 12. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. VanVleet against Morant. To the middle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick.
VanVleet against Morant. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Ellis, he's checked in for Zach LaVine.
And, you know, it takes an intelligent player to match up with bigger guys and win. Fred VanVleet is that player. He can outsmart guys who have, on paper, the advantage.
Morant against VanVleet. Jackson a screen on VanVleet. And stolen by Murray. And here is VanVleet. Pass to Sabonis. Outside for Murray. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Murray's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Morant. Good, he hits again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Bane passes to Morant. Pass to Edey, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Ooh, right. And punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Ellis outside. DeRozan against Bane. 17-foot shot on the way.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on glass. A monster night for him. Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Here. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Here's Edey, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And the shot is good. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Memphis.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ja Morant.
What more?
Another one goes. Incredible.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Van Vliet picks one up.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
Both free throws good from Morant. Morant against Carter. Levine up top. Wood kicks to Jones. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. Here's Morant. Off target at the rim. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Ja Morant.